It's Devil's Developments who've just moved in. Fucking broke down. It's snapped. But last night, the car started fine. Well, it's turning into a major nightmare. Hello boys, welcome back. In the last episode, I took delivery of this 2021 Toyota Supra, fresh from Japan. Well, in this video, I want to get it driving, and to do that, come on, I need to fit all of these parts. Have a look here. We've got control arms, we've got brackets. In this box, I've got an alloy, which I need to get a tire mounted. In this box, this is the big boy. This is a replacement headlight. And then over here, I've got to go ahead and figure out how I'm gonna fit all of this stuff to this car and get it out for a first drive. So let's go. First up, I need to remove all the damaged suspension components. This should be a straightforward job, just a bunch of nuts and bolts, isn't it? Get them out of the way, replace them with some new ones, and we should be good to go, in theory. Sometimes you gotta put one on first, mate. There she goes. Here we go. That's it. That was the easy bit. It is a BMW. This next nut is gonna be a 21 mil because I've done so many of them. Is it gonna be a 21 mil? Perfect fit. But it's a Supra. It's definitely not a BMW.
It's a what?
It's a Supra, it's not a BMW.
Oh, yeah, Supra.
Yeah, it's a BMW Supra. See? So that's the main part that was broken. So I'll stick that there, show you the replacement. We've got brand new parts from Toyota / BMW. And as a precaution, we just went ahead and got a replacement for the second control arm, just in case. Our same BMW part number. I mean, same Toyota part number, even though it says BMW. Goes in the hub, like so. That goes in there, like so. And that's the easy one in. That should, in essence, get the wheel back straight. So I've got on a very low setting, boys. If anyone's thinking, why are you using that? It's on the low setting. Come on.
You just got torque settings inbuilt to your chest.
Yeah. So in essence, that should be driving there. I'm just changing out this one quickly. This has got to come out. And that is very unkind. It's just at a weird angle, what the hell? Swivel, and that should give me what I need. So I tried using the swivel tool, but the angle was still too tight. So I just removed the bracket to gain the proper access, which I should have done from the get-go. Okay, get that out of the way. Same as the BMW, it's got a self-locking bolt at the rear. Comes out, so don't want to mix them up. That's the one that we think is damaged. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boys, that is it. I think this car should be driving. But I forgot one thing. Do you remember the alloy that we removed from the car earlier on? Well, that was in the right state, and we can't take the car on a first drive until we fit this, a replacement alloy. So it's time to get the tire mounted. Ignore the color. This alloy, along with the other 3, will all be refurbished in a custom color later on in the build. I just want to get the car rolling, driving, hopefully, in this video. So light for light alloy, and yeah, hopefully that tire is good, man. I'm hoping that there's no damage on that tire. Massive, wide, racing slick. That is totally messed. Have a look at that. So that's what we need, boys. That is your tire pressure monitor, aka TPMS. Looks all right?
Good.
Sweet. So that's it. The new tire has been mounted. Let's get this bad boy back and fit it onto the car. Now, if I'm doing a first drive, I want to be able to see, so it's time to fit the headlights.
Just a headlight like that.
Yep, headlight bracket to secure this headlight. And we have got a replacement headlight, but for now we just want to do a little test drive. It's now 5:30. And the time being 5:30 is relevant because it's still winter time, so it's dark outside, so we need lights. So guys, I was searching around on the interior of the car. I found these in the rear seats. The insurance guys back in Japan must have left this because they knew Salvage Nation was coming to town. But all the nuts and bolts that we're gonna need to reassemble all of these were tucked away in the back seats. So happy days. Now it's all good that the nuts and bolts are here. However, I don't know what goes where. So if anyone's got any schematics for a 22-in-1 Supra, do let me know. Yeah, same as the beer. I've done so many of these. And that goes through. Same sort of setup. I'm just gonna put 2 for now. I just don't need to get it all lined up. I just want it to be securely fitted to the car. I think it's time to drop this bad boy and see what it looks like on all 4s for the first time. She's looking good. It's looking pretty straight. You know what time it is, right? It's rip o'clock, boys. First drive in a 2021 Supra from Japan. Come on. It feels solid, and it doesn't feel like a stock 140. Sounds a bit spicy still. And it sounds absolutely nuts.
Sounds like a modded 140.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds crazy. Check the brakes are all good, the brakes feel good, suspension feels good, steering feels good. It needs a bit of tracking, but that's because we got a slight bit of damage on the driver's side.
Wait, all the boys are outside Devils at the moment. You should pull up and be like, yo, what do you think?
So boys, literally right next door to me is Devils Developments, who've just moved in.
How we doing? You
All right,
alright?
how you doing? All good? I need to book in for a dyno.
Okay.
I've just got this from Japan.
Yep.
And it's got downpipe, big exhaust, all sorts. I want to know what it's got.
Okay. Yep.
So, boys, Devils Developments have moved in right next door, man. You've been saying it for a long time. Oh, we're coming close to you.
We are indeed.
So,
And we are here.
yes, Devils Developments, they're one of the biggest tuning companies down here on the South Coast. They've got a rolling road. Tell us about your rolling road.
So that's a chassis rolling road.
Yep.
Chassis dyno. We got a hub dyno coming.
Sweet.
So that'll be here. Well, it's on the water at the minute. So
Sweet.
that's however long it takes to get here.
And
So-
we've got a Supra from bloody Japan. But I was just telling you off camera that I think it's got big exhaust, downpipe, so I reckon it's not stock.
Okay.
So if we could just do a couple of runs,
Yeah, we'll
just to
get on
see
there,
what it's
get some
saying,
power runs done.
and then
Yeah.
see what's available tuning wise
definitely.
once it's all
Yeah.
done. Mechanically wise, it seems to be sound, but I've literally first drive. I'm just messing around with it now, getting all the dust off the brakes, etc., etc. But it sounds mint. Now you guys literally just watched me drive this car. Everything seemed fine. The car was performing well. I stopped off at Devil Developments, had a little chat, jumped into the car, and then this happened. Because I'm turning it, I'm like, George, can you see the wheel moving? You're like, the wheel's not moving, mate. Look, I'm turning the wheel. It's the other side moving. Look, I am turning
the other side's moving.
the fuck?
The other side's moving lovely, look at it.
What the hell? It's only snapped. It's snapped. How am I gonna get it back to the garage now?
Yeah, you can see it's fully snapped. That's definitely snapped, yeah. Maybe that was that hammer earlier.
I have no idea what you're talking about, George. Yeah, I'll tell you what, right? It makes good content. Broke down my Supra outside Devil Developments, but it's headache because it's freezing, it's 6 o'clock, it's dark, I wanna go home. So with a little bit of help from the boys over at Devil Developments, we were able to nurse the wounded Supra 2 doors down to my garage. Guys, listen, yeah? That's something I don't want to experience. Imagine if I was going like full speed. Do not want to experience that again. But
Yeah, but it was like straightening itself up and steering around corners a second ago. But I guess where it is like, as he said, you're coming around the corner. It's
yeah,
like
I guess it's just following the other side. But anyway, with all of that said, we made it back. I'm not going to take any more risks. So we're gonna switch it off, gonna come back in the morning and sort out that track rod arm. So the following morning, I came in with a replacement part. I was optimistic and things just got worse. When I tried to start the car, this is what happened. I'm pressing the button, it's not cranking, and I don't know what the problem is. It's actually, it's doing my head in. I've just stuck it on the diagnostic. It's coming up with a code for the starter motor. It's got open circuit. But last night, the car started fine. I mean, we started the car, we did the first drive, we switched it off, started it again, and literally parked it here, went home, came in the next morning, and it just hasn't started ever since. I hate when these little niggly things, I'm pretty sure it's something simple, and it's now 5 p.m. I've been on this since 10 o'clock. I haven't recorded anything, haven't gotten anything done. So boys, it's a few hours later, and this thing is turning into a little bit of a nightmare. Well, it's turning into a major nightmare. I can't get the car started, I need to access my ramp to do other jobs, but more importantly, it's a 2021 Supra and it's not starting. I've checked all the connections, I've fitted a replacement battery. Headache. Literally, I've been hours on this now. So I've already wasted an entire day, so not to waste any more time, I'm just cracking on with replacing this broken inner track rod arm. I'm using this handy track rod arm removal tool, and it makes light of this job. I remember I used to use all sorts of different tools before, but this little bad boy makes light work of this situation. So it's off with the broken inner track rod, and I'm replacing it with a light-for-light part. So I'm back to the problem at hand, and the last thing I wanted to do is just do a manual test on the starter motor. I'm bypassing all the car's electrical systems. I've confirmed that the negative and the positive lines are live, and by delivering 12 volts to the activation line, the engine should technically be cranking. But it's not cranking, so that's got me thinking sometimes there's an old trick. You can just give the starter motor a tap. This little solenoid on the side of the starter motor sometimes gets stuck, and giving it a tap can kind of loosen it and free it up to spin and do its job. And I think I'm onto something here. Can you hear that? Okay. Boys, I think we've found the issue. Starter motor. At least it's moving now. It wasn't moving before. Let's see if anything changes. Oh, yes. Woo! All day. So guys, hindsight is a beautiful thing. I'm sat here doing a bit of research because I was thinking, why would a starter motor on a 2021 car need to be replaced, or it all looks in good condition? There was actually a recall on Toyota Supras. But not just any Supras, no. With my luck, there was a recall on 2021 to 2023 Supra GRs. And what car did I just get? A 2023 Supra GR. That means I need to find the correct part number for the revised starter motor, which was fitted on all affected models after 2023. So that's the plan, and hopefully that's it. But the signs were always there. In hindsight, going back to an earlier stage in the video, on the first start, it was struggling to crank, and I thought it was a flat battery, and that's the misconception. You can always think it's a flat battery, but clearly it was the starter motor. So things went a bit left in this video, but we managed to get a first drive in our Japanese Supra GR. It doesn't feel nor sound stock, but we'll know more in a future video. So boys, finally I managed to get the Supra out. However, as soon as I switched it off, tried to start it again, it's not starting. So that's confirmation that the starter motor on it is gone. We know that. So I'm gonna have to pause on this build for now. And that's because one of my subscribers just dropped me a DM, got his number. He's got tons of parts for my 2024 Porsche Taycan from Japan. So I'm about to drive for 2 hours, go collect a ton of parts, get them back to the garage, and start to film episode 1 on rebuilding a Porsche Taycan from Japan, so stay tuned for that. If you want to see how I get on with that build, this build, and all the other builds, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching this and you liked this video, press the like button, and I will catch you very shortly. In this video, where I spent a few weeks over in Barbados sorting out all of my holiday cars, I'm introducing you to my family members. I'm doing so much. We're making a movie, new builds, new cars, new parts. It's gonna be crazy. Make sure you're subscribed because Salvage Nation is heading back to Barbados to repair some holiday cars.